Welcome to the Investor Financing Podcast, where we interview real estate investors and lenders so you can learn all the secrets to getting your projects funded and scale your portfolio. Learn about fix and flip loans, BRRRR financing, rental, fix to rent, commercial, multifamily bridge loans, business loans, and so much more. And now, your host, Beau Eckstein.
I just want to give everybody a quick update of what's going on as far as the investor financing space. So we're talking about portfolio rental loans. We're talking about fix and flip loans, and it's very crazy right now. Essentially, there's a secondary market, right, that buys a lot of the smaller lenders, right? The smaller localized private money lenders, they'll fund the fix and flip and then they'll sell it off, or they'll directly originate to these secondary platforms. So a couple of the major buyers basically have put a freeze on buying these type of loans, and they're not buying any loans at the moment. So we have no liquidity in the market. However, the good news is that my group is still funding bridge and fix and flip loans, but it's amazing how fast, like the portfolio rental loans, they're pretty much on hold everywhere, and there's a lot of lenders that are not lending right now. Period. I'm still able to do fix and flip loans. We're being a little bit more conservative as far as loan to values and loan to costs, but we are still lending. I think it's actually going to be a big move for us because we'll pick up market share. But right now, rental loans, we're talking portfolio, not like Bank of America type rental loans, but we're talking about these loans that you see advertised that you can refinance or purchase within your LLC. Those markets are gone right now, and in the residential space, what we call the non-QM loans, they were securitizing them and selling them. That non-QM space is halted as well. So those were self-employed borrowers that were buying primary residence and investment properties on that side. That's halted as well. So the market is definitely changed like overnight. And it's changing constantly right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how long this lasts. But there's going to be a huge shakeout. I think there'll be some of these big companies that were buying hundreds of millions of dollars in loans a month going out of business here shortly. And I'm talking specifically for like the private money fix and flip lending space. So without the liquidity of being able to sell, it's going to be very interesting times right now. But the good news is we're still funding deals. Some of the localized funds in different markets, usually they're in different sub-markets, right? And they have accredited investors in their funds. They're lending, but the lenders that are selling off into the secondary market, they're done for right now. They may come back, but I think there'll be a lot of these larger groups that actually go out of business. So there's going to be some merging and some things like that. So once again, the good news is that you can still get your fix and flip and bridge loans done with us. And we're just being a little bit more conservative in the market right now. So what I mean by being conservative is you can basically look at about a 5% haircut on loan to value and loan to costs. And you could also, when we're doing our modeling, we're looking at least taking a 5% haircut off the ARV appraisal when the property's renovated, right? What the ARV is, we're going to be conservative in that fact. But if the borrower is solid, if you've done a lot of deals and you got a good solid track record over the last 2-3 years, there's definitely funding available for you. But as an investor myself, we got to be aware. I mean, I'm actually in contract on a triplex right now, and and so, I'm paying close attention to it. And I actually did a inspection on the property and went back to the seller because not only did it need more work than I thought, but the market's shifting as we speak, and we're in a recession, and we're going to be, who knows how long it's going to last. I mean, from the people that I've spoken to that I look up to, they think it'll be a kind of a V-shape recession as opposed to a U-shape, so it'll be a quicker rebound. But there's definitely a lot going on right now, and I'm just like, and then once the negative news comes out, it's like, if you read the news right now, it's like they think this is worse than 2008, which I don't think at all is worse than 2008. And I'm speaking just strictly to the real estate. Actually, our real estate market, as you know, is pretty solid. We have a shortage of housing. So just things to think about. I think with the stimulus that the government's putting in place, it'll actually be, it'll eventually, the real estate market will surge again, as soon as we get through this next couple months. But for the meantime, the liquidity in the market's causing a lot of stress, which is going to put some of these big funds out of business, or actually mostly the secondary market that was buying these loans because they're levered, and now they can't sell into the Wall Street market. So that's essentially what's happening. But anyway, I'm going to do a live meeting on Monday to kind of update my investor group. So if you go to meetup.com/Thrive REIA, you can join that meetup group, and you can get all the notices when we do live events. Yesterday we interviewed Ty, and he was a wholesaler, so I'm bringing on different guests, different lenders. So if you guys want to take a look, go to meetup.com/Thrive REIA, and you can get more details on. But Monday, I think I'm going to try to go around 5 or 6 and do another market update, because literally things are happening.
You're listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. We'll be right back after this break. Are you looking for funding? Are you getting frustrated trying to find a lender? Visit investorfinancingpodcast.com and click the Get Funding button. Complete the simple form and schedule a free phone consultation with one of our placement specialists. We have a proprietary directory of funding partners that can help you get the funding you need. It's fast and easy to explore the options available for your specific needs. Don't wait. Visit investorfinancingpodcast.com and get connected.
Like every hour, it seems like there's a different change. And some of my friends that run funds, different things are happening. Some of them are not lending at all. Some of them are still lending. But I work with a large group from New York, and we are still lending. We're just being more conservative. And we'll still go. That everything's changing and progressing at this time. So, but right now, basically, 5% haircut on LTVs and LTC. We're going to take a little bit of a 5% reduction on ARVs based on appraised value, because 6 to 7 months from now, we're anticipating a little bit of a price adjustment. And we also want an interest reserve account set up on these bridge and fixed flip loans. But I believe I'll pick up a lot of market share, because a lot of the competition is going to be without funds to close on these deals. So everything's going to be slowed down a bit, because what's going on, there's title companies that are, short-staffed, and everybody's working remote. Which is going to be a big factor. But all in all, there's going to be ways to get your deals done. And I do think there's going to be a lot of opportunities that are created. Anytime there's a recession or downturn, there always seems to be a huge transfer of wealth. And I think there'll be a lot of people that are overextended right now in the investing space that are going to get wiped out, which will create, a lot of construction completion type loans out there. And then there'll be a lot of people that are just ready, burnout landlords and things that just want to sell. So if you're wholesaling or flipping, I think, if you have cash stacked away or if you have private investors, you should harness those relationships and should create some opportunities for you. But please, you're probably watching this in my group too. This is the real estate investing group, but go to meetup.com/thrive, REIA. And then you can always text or call me 925-852-8261, 925-852-8261. I've been in real estate for a long time. Got a lot of connections. If I can't do it, I can probably help you find somebody that can. Like to be a resource for everybody out there, and enjoy the rest of the day. And I'll update you when I hear new news. But right now there's just a lot going on in our space and a lot going on in the world. So we'll see what happens. But stock up on toilet paper and food right now.
Thanks for listening to the Investor Financing Podcast. For show notes and useful resources, please visit investorfinancingpodcast.com. For questions or comments, email info@investorfinancingpodcast.com. If you enjoy our show, please share it with your network. Until next time.